Joining me right now is Rahul Raju. He is a representative of Juggling Night Fight Club in Singapore. What's going on, man?
Hi, John. Nice to meet you, John. How are you?
Good, good. The first thing I wanted to ask you is, how did you hook up with Juggling Night Fight Club?
Oh, actually, 5 years back, I was looking for a mixed martial art fight club, and one day I just found out it's like actually by like that time I was working in a bar, so my manager he told me about this fight club, and I'm like, okay, let's go over there and see how it is. Then that is how I started there.
You said you
Yep.
were working at a bar.
Yeah,
Were you already
actually.
fighting?
No, no, no. That time I was not fighting. I was I was studying that time, and
Mhm.
I was working as part time. Yeah,
So, what got you hooked when you entered the gym?
the atmosphere was like a few guys was sparring over there, and few guys is like so. Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is what I was looking for. Yeah, so it's like and it was like from childhood I was like, okay, I want to do something. Like I trained martial arts and all in my childhood, like, but still, I want to do something big. Yeah, then it's like once I enter inside the gym, I'm like, yes, this is what I was looking for. Yeah.
What martial arts did you do when you were a child?
Actually, I done some kung fu. Yeah. From India. So that one I started when I was 15. Yeah. And 15 to 19, 4 years, 3 years, something like that. Yeah. So, yep, that's it.
Does some of those kung fu techniques help out with you in your mixed martial arts?
Absolutely. So it's like when I started training, especially my kicks, and so the basics
Mhm.
all was there. Like it was different, the style was different. So then after I come to Singapore, I trained a little bit Silat too. It's a Malay martial art. So because I was studying in Tamasak Poly, and like in that school, I was looking for a martial art gym, and there was no gym. So this was like there was Silat Club. So I just joined there. I trained with them a little bit for like few months or for an year. Yeah, it was a good experience too. So it's like I had the basic when I joined the gym, but like the style was all different. So it took me a little while to correct all my styles, like to get to some boxing style, Muay Thai style, and all. So, but it was like the basics all was there. It was routine. Yeah.
You had a good amateur career, and then you came up in Singapore Fighting Championship. You won all your fights in the beginning. Then you went over
Yes.
to the Philippines in January of 2017 to fight
Yep.
in the URCC, but it was a one-night tournament, and the winner
Yeah.
gets a spot in Road FC's $1 million tournament. You went in
Yes.
there, you were the least experienced fighter, but you made it to
Yeah.
the finals, and you fought to the end, right? You didn't make it, but you fought to the end, you fought hard. What did you learn from that whole experience?
That was a great experience for my career. Actually, that time I was 2-0. Yeah, I had two professional fights. So then one day, my head coach, Arvind Lalwani, he called me and he asked me, like, Rahul, there is an offer like this. I'm like, okay, let's do that. So I was like very excited. I knew I'm going to fight with very experienced fighters. One was the former URCC featherweight champ and all. So and that time, so it was like I was always ready for everything, and I knew like I was confident, but like my experience, that was like because of, and it was like it was a good fight, it was like the first fight I won by decision, like I totally controlled him, and the second fight it was a very close fight. It was a very close fight. Yeah, and the first round, uh, I broke my orbital bone,
Mm.
and yeah. So then I continued and until the end of 3 rounds, and like it was very close, and I thought I won, but still I'm not sad because I done my best. Yeah.
In one night, you have to fight 2 times. So was it difficult physically and mentally?
It was kind of difficult. Yes, it was like uh, that time I was my camp and all wasn't that good because I was working another full-time job. So I only can train 4 times a week. So and every day I coming after work, so I was tired. So, but still, like I done. Yeah, it was tough, but still, it was not that difficult to. Yeah,
Well, you went back to Singapore, trained hard, you won 2 more fights, and now you have a contract with one championship. And you're going to
yeah.
fight one of the top lightweights in the promotion, Shannon Wirtachai. How do you feel about
Yes.
this opportunity?
Oh, I'm feeling great about that. Shannon Wiratchai, he's a very elite striker. Actually, like I'm following him for like 2 years now, and I was one of his fanboy. Like 1 year back, I watched all his fights. I was very excited. It's like his fighting style is really good. Yeah, but yeah, when they offer me that fight, I'm like, let's do that. Like now I'm ready for everything. It's like because I'm training full time. I'm coaching in Jagannath Fight Club, and I'm training full time there too. So the difference is huge. It's like so. Yep, and Shannon, that going to be a really good fight. And I had a great camp. I have the best coaches and I have the best training partners. So I'm like more than ready for that fight. Yep,
Shannon Wirtchai, he's known for his striking. So do you see
yep.
your advantages in the grappling and submission game?
Actually, that's the thing. I am basically a striker, yeah, but most of my fights ended up in ground, yes, because I was training very hard on the submission because I didn't had any basics on that. So the last couple of years, I was like 80% training on wrestling, jiu-jitsu and all, and 20% was on striking because I had the strong striking base and my submission skills wasn't that good, so that's why like I was always training that, so I just used that in my fights. But now I'm very confident on my ground game, and also I going back to my striking, so I'm ready both side, so basically I'm very confident because I think I'm more well-rounded than him. Like maybe it end up as a striking board, like I may just strike with him or I may take him down. It's up to me actually. Yeah.
So you believe that when you get into the fight, you will control everything that's going to happen.
Yes, that's going to happen. Yes, I'm going to control the fight. Yeah, from the start until the finish. Hope, yeah, like obviously, I will try my best to finish it as soon as possible. Yep.
You're going into his country, his city. He's
Yeah.
already he's already established as one of the best fighters in the division. Do you think the
Yeah.
pressure's on him or is it on you?
Actually, the pressure is on him, basically. Like I done this before. I went to Philippines and I fought one of the like best heroes over there. So, like I done this and that time I was so relaxed, So this time I'm more relaxed, more composed. And I have I had a great camp. So mentally I'm ready. Physically I'm like there, I'm ready to kill. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to finish this fight, man. It's like I trained so hard for this. Yes.
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity for you because
Yeah.
his last fight, he was fighting for a title shot, but he lost. Now, do you think if you win, does that make
Uh-huh.
you a title contender?
Actually, he wasn't fighting for the title shot. The last one.
Oh,
That, yeah, no. That one actually that wasn't for the title. I saw that fight. Yes, that was a really good fight, and I think it was for the title contender shot. Like it's the winner gets the title or something like that. Yeah, but I saw that fight. It was a close fight, but like both of the fighters like played safe, like didn't engage much, and all. So like it. This fight not going to be like that. I'm going to straight to his face. Like that is my plan. Like so it's going to be an excited one. Yes.
now you are Indian. There has been a few Indian fighters that have been signed. You're just the latest one. I think that you
Yeah.
have the best record out of all the Indian fighters. What do you think of
Yeah.
Indian MMA overall right now?
Indian MMA is still growing, like so this is I think one of the good time. Actually now like there are few promotions in India, like Super Fight League is one of them. And so I'm very happy about that, like so now basically it is working on and it is like people are like uh, getting knowledge about MMA. So it's still growing, but it need time. It need more time to reach to a certain level. And like yes, I know there are few guys who signed with one championship, and I'm the latest one. So hopefully I can bring more crowd to this, from India. Like so. That is my plan. Like so. Yes, uh, it's still growing, and soon it will be at the top. Yeah.
Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you one more last thing. Now you
Sure.
have
Sure.
just signed with one championship. This is a new year. What is your plans for
Yes.
the rest of the year?
Rest of the year, actually, I don't have much plans, but hopefully I would like to fight a few fights this year, like at least 3 fights. Yes, and like I have a great team now, and I have like a few fighters training with me. Hopefully, everyone get few fights. All of us moving, growing together, and yes, that is my plan. Yes.
March 24th, Bangkok, Thailand, one championship, Iron Will. Rahul's going to face one of the big boys in his debut. You're on the May card, which is big for you also. Thank you for your time.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure to talking to you. Thank you. Bye.